So here we have a takeoff angle of 7 degrees. We have a y, we can say y initial equals 0 meters, and then we can say y final equals negative 1.5 meters because we're traveling downwards. If downwards is negative, we can say that ay equals negative g, and then we're going to say that delta x equals 22 meters. So that would be the 8 cars. So to find the initial velocity for part A, we can say that delta x equals vx initial t, and then we can say t equals delta x over v initial, and we can just keep it like this. Again, we're not saying a v initial because this is essentially we can just essentially plug this into the second kinematic equation, because we can say y final equals y initial plus vy initial t plus 1/2 a sub y t squared. We know that vy initial is 0, and we know that y initial is 0. So we can say that y initial, or rather y final, equals a sub y divided by 2. And then for t, we're going to be plugging this in. So we can say delta x divided by v initial squared. So we say v initial equals negative g times delta x squared divided by 2 times y final, all to the 1/2 power. So for part A, v initial will equal negative 9.8 times 22 squared divided by 2 times y final, in this case negative 1.5, and then all to the 1/2 power. We're getting a v initial of 39.8 meters per second. So this will be your answer for part A. And then for part B, they're asking us for the v initial with the takeoff speed. So here it's as if we have a horizontal jump. So when you're launching in part A, there isn't any takeoff angle. However, when you're launching in part B, there is a takeoff angle. So again, theta equals 7 degrees. And we can say that delta x equals vx initial t. Now here, t is going to equal delta x divided by v initial cosine of theta. So that was part A is essentially easier because we don't have we know that this is jumping off the ramp perfectly horizontally, which means that all of the initial velocity is in the x direction. However, for part B, we have a takeoff angle of theta equals 7 degrees, which means that t equals delta x divided by v initial cosine of theta. However, we're leaving it like this, so we can say y final equals y initial plus vy initial t plus 1/2 of a sub y t squared. Now we can say that y initial is 0. However, we can't say that vy initial t is 0 because vy initial has there is a y component to the initial velocity. So we can say y final equals v initial sine of theta times delta x divided by v initial cosine of theta. And then this will be minus g over 2. So we can say minus g over 2 times delta x divided by v initial cosine of theta, and then this will be squared. So at this point, v initial is going to be equal to 2 times delta x tan of theta minus y. And then we can say cosine squared of theta. And then for the numerator, we can have g times delta x squared, all to the 1/2 power, of course. And so we can solve. We can say, let's solve in a new workbook. We can say for part B, v initial is going to equal 2 times 22 tan of 7 degrees plus 1.5, and then cosine squared of 7 degrees. For the numerator, we'll have 9.8 times 22 squared, and then the entire expression is to the 1/2 power. So we can say that V initial with a takeoff angle of 7 degrees is going to be equal to approximately 24 meters per second. This is our final answer. That is the end of the solution. Thank you for watching.